So that was '06, and the city of Jackson was, and most likely still is, very nice. And we found a place to park there, and we were on a ridge. So you could look over the ridge behind our motorhome, and at that time we had a Travco, which is an old classic. I believe it was 23 feet long, and you could see the river behind us with a gorge. It was coming over the top and going down into a gorge. Very cool. And this was our first camping when we left home, and the first time we were doing this as full-time RVers. So we were really excited. One of the fun parts of working at the Grand Tetons is that when I would have lunch, I had a bag lunch, and I would leave and go farther out near this hot spring. And near the hot spring was always a buffalo. Now, this buffalo was sitting down, and his eye was the same as my eye. His face or head had to be 4 feet long. If it wasn't, it sure seemed like it was. And he would just sit there. I think that he either left his herd or the herd kicked him out because he was too old. So he was always there. And I was told, so long as you don't get out of your car, that you are considered part of the car, and they don't see you as a person, so you'll be safe. So I just roll down my window and just say to him, you know, how you doing? What's going on? Have you been in the hot springs lately? And his eye, just one of his eyes, would be looking over towards me. It was the coolest time of having lunch in my entire life. If I have any pictures of that time, I'll see if I can find them and share them with you. But the reason the Grand Tetons, because of that and other reasons, is my favorite, is I was driving down this road once. It was just a two-lane, you know, one way going each way. And I realized I was in a meadow of purple flowers. And I was all by myself, so I pulled the car over and got out. And it was just beautiful, all lavender, and the smell was wonderful. And the backdrop was the Grand Teton Mountains. It was just also another special day. And the perfect park for us for our first outing. Going up the Grand Tetons, that's something. Now those mountains, normally when you go to mountains, you slowly climb up the mountain. But these mountains, you went to them and then the mountain went straight up. So flat to straight up. And we wanted to go to Walmart. Well, Walmart was on the other side of the mountains in Idaho. So the first time my husband drove, and we have to climb over this mountain. And I was terrified. You get to the top, and I forget what the elevation was, but let's just go with like 9,000 feet. And then you come down the other side, and the cool thing about the other side is you're going to Idaho Falls. So there's falls there. But there was wonderful animals I'd never seen before. Moose. Did you know a moose is taller than a horse? I didn't know that. And we came upon the moose. Hold on. We came upon the moose as we were driving around in the road in the park. And this moose was in a pond, because they like the grasses and such that grow down under the water. So then they come on up and they've got this long like beard hanging off their chin. So there's a funny story about that. Oh, maybe not funny. There was someone from another country, a guy, and he wanted to take a picture of the moose. So he smacked the moose on the butt. Now, think about that. This is bigger than a horse, taller than a horse. And that's what he did. That moose just took his back leg and punched him and flew him across the road into the meadow. They had to come with a helicopter and get him taken to the hospital. We're now going to exit and go to Love's gas station. This is Love's gas station over here. Looks pretty full. How about that one down there? AAA. How's that look? I see less people over there. Yeah. And more people over here.
Looks fine. Looks fine.
Okay.
No guarantee anything.
Yeah, this one looks pretty packed. So let's give the TA a try. Now my husband's done this many, many times. He's very skilled at it. I was wondering if you can turn with that. Maybe on the other side of this guy. What do you think?
This ain't looking good. I might have to go the other way and come out. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'm just gonna...
You got enough space here to make a circle.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. When you're 50 feet long, you need a big circle. I think he's thinking the same thing. He's going to make a circle. Are you good? Do you need me to go out and help?
No, not yet.
Looks like we have plenty of space.
Let me see.
All right.
I don't know if I went too far or not.
Off they go. They've got themselves all full of gas. Huh. Those are the gas prices up there. Also a Denny's or a Subway for lunch. $2.59. cash for unleaded. I'm looking in the mirror to see if my husband needs my help. As you can see in the small mirror here, our car is still out a little bit. We're kind of crooked. Doesn't look like he needs my help. Was in his motorhome, and he had stopped and he wanted to take a picture of a buffalo. So he got out of the motorhome and went to where the buffalo was, and the buffalo was probably 300 feet away behind a fence. Not much of a fence, but a fence. So he starts taking these pictures and he's using a flash. Okay, I'm going to tell you, don't use a flash. That buffalo, if you didn't know, buffaloes can go from 0 to 35, like the snap of your finger. And they're huge. I don't know how much they weigh, but they weigh a lot. And he made this buffalo mad. And he started to charge him. And the guy thought, oh, I'm okay, I'm behind the fence. Well, the fence was no match for the buffalo. He just pushed it down. And the guy jumped into his motorhome. The buffalo arrived and attacked the motorhome. He attacked the door. He attacked the tires. This buffalo flipped the motorhome onto its side with the guy and his wife inside. And then he started attacking the underneath of the motorhome. I'd say that motorhome was totaled. Nothing wrong with the buffalo. And that guy certainly learned a lesson. There's our turn off of Pass Road. Boy, can you get around that, honey?
Oh, yeah.
So here we come. We just saw a sign that said FAMCamp. This is military housing over here. And there's another one that says FAMCamp. Now we're going to turn to the right. Follow this guy with the boat. There's a thing there.
I see it.
Oh!
I see it. Nothing I can do.
Got that on video.
It's a little slow enough. So get over it.
Uh-huh.
Here we crashed a mile from the campground.
Not even a mile. There's a bump here. There's a creek here to the left, and there will be a sign that says, watch out for, I think it's alligators?
Yep.
Yep.
Snakes.
Oh, and snakes too. There's more base housing there, and there's our campground over there. We'll be turning into there in just a second. There's the water, which you have to be careful of crocodiles. There's a sign that says alligators and snakes may be present. Have caution. All right, we got bumps and holes here. And here we go. Keesler FAMCamp. Military.
Pull off to the side on this
Okay. We're in site 31.
31. Okay. They might be open, I don't know.
Nope, they're closed. And we have arrived. We are now going for our site. We're in site 31. This is the campground. And I believe we have to go left. I hope I'm going the right way. Let's see. Which direction would we go? 29, 25. I think we go this way. Said we were in site 31, 29. She said it was all the way in the back. There's 30, and there's 31. To go up over here. I'm going to pull over here. Okay, we've arrived. Parked next to a beautiful tree. And this is our site, number 31. Everybody's sites across the way. Our area. Here we are.